Hi everyone, and welcome to my demonstration speech. As a mom, I learned the hard way how children can go from hungry to hangry in the blink of an eye. So I'm going to demonstrate for you today one of my favorite go-to meals, which is grilled pizza. I'd like to introduce you to my audience. We have my mom and my dad. Hi. And my awesome cameraman, producer, husband, Preston. So first we're going to go over all of the ingredients together. Then I'll actually assemble a pizza with you, show you how to cook it on the grill, and then we'll serve it. Let's get started. So I've got some extra virgin olive oil, salt, pepper, Italian seasonings. I've got a nice tray of ingredients. So tomatoes and basil from my garden, some peppers, mushrooms, fresh mozzarella, and pepperoni, just for a little bit of variety. The bread that we're going to be using is called naan bread. You can pick this up at your local grocery store. It's a traditional Indian bread that works perfectly for this. It tastes a lot better than some of those generic chewy ones. We won't mention any name brands. But it's also a lot quicker than rolling out my own homemade dough. It takes over an hour for the dough to rise, and this just is a lot quicker for the process. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with our bread. And I'm going to use extra virgin olive oil, but if you don't like extra virgin olive oil, this is the point where you could just use like any kind of pizza sauce or spaghetti sauce out of a jar, and you would just spoon that on there. After I get the extra virgin olive oil on, we'll just put a nice little sprinkle of salt and pepper, not too much. Shake those extra little fresh crackers out of there. This Sicilian seasoning is a bunch of dried herbs, so it's got basil, oregano, parsley. And you want to be really gentle with these because dried herbs are a lot stronger than fresh herbs. And after you get that seasoned there, I'm just going to move this guy over here. We're going to start with the cheese. Now fresh mozzarella comes in these nice little balls, and they're super easy to use. You can tear them apart with your hands. I like to just slice them down. So you're just going to run your knife down through here and make these slices here. And once you've got your slices going, then you're just going to arrange those right here on your naan, like so. It's so easy. The kids love helping with this. I find that a lot of times when I'm trying to get them to eat things that are healthier, if they participate in actually making the meal, that they're a lot more likely to eat it. So there we go, like so. Looks like we've got all of our little crevices covered with cheese there, and that'll melt really nicely. We'll put that back over there. Now you don't want to leave your cherry tomatoes whole because they'll actually explode and they can be really hot. So I just slice them down the middle here and get these like little dime-sized pieces, and I usually like to just set those on top of the cheese because it looks pretty. So we'll get a couple more going here. One of our favorite pizzas that we make is just tomato, mozzarella, and fresh basil. We call that caprese in Italian, and it is to die for. You can make pasta with it, you can make pizza, you can eat it as a salad all by itself. It's phenomenal. So we're just going to throw some other toppings on here. We've got some mushrooms. I like to think of every bite when I'm assembling my ingredients onto the pizza because there's nothing worse than missing a bite of pepperoni on a pepperoni pizza, right? So just take a couple of these pepperoni slices. You can also just find these at the grocery store, just like so. Now I've already got my grill started so that it's nice and piping hot. When I turn my grill on to warm up, I put all 4 burners on high. That way it can get nice and hot. But when we get ready to put it on the grill itself, we're going to turn a couple of burners down. So now that we have our pizza assembled, it's time to move it on outside so you can see how to put them on. Let's take a journey. Excuse me, doggies. So come on out here. I've got my 4 burners here, and I've turned these 2 down to low. And the reason why you want to do that is so that your bread doesn't burn. And you're just going to take them here and just set her down. And then close your lid, and you're going to want to set your timer for about 5 minutes. I do like to check it from time to time, about every 2 minutes or so, just to make sure that it doesn't need to be rotated or anything like that. And you can really just use your own grill tongs. You don't need any like special ingredients or tools or anything. And because we made Magic TV, I have one already ready for you. You see how piping hot it is and beautiful with our ingredients on there. And from here, it's just super easy to serve. I like to take it and just cut it with my knife like so. And we're done. The kids are ready to eat. Nobody is upset anymore. Nobody is screaming at me and crying. I've really had to learn how to adjust my cooking styles to meet the needs of my children. Because trust me, a child who is fed is a happy child. Thanks for watching.
Oh, doesn't that look great?